Tonight I'm doing a little bit of a challenge. I've got a cheap whiskey and I've got well, for me anyway, quite an expensive whiskey. We are looking at around 26 euros for the cheap one and about 125 for the more expensive whiskey. Is it worth that extra 100 odd euro? Is it worth making a big investment? And when it comes down to the nosing and tasting, they're almost similar or quite similar, or well, maybe not worth that extra money. So I'm going to challenge my palate. My dear wife has poured me 2 drinks. She did make a little bit of a color. I'm not sure if you can see it. There's a little pink on the stem. And the other one is a little bit of a purple on the stem. No idea what it was. The only criteria that I have, it must be a sherry whiskey or sherry cask influenced whiskey. Don't care about the ABV, don't care about the natural color. It is just a quick way of making a fool of myself, or maybe become a hero in my mind anyway. A little nice challenge. Does it make a difference to spend so much money? 126 euro for me is quite a lot of money, especially on 700 milliliters of whiskey. That is a lot of money in a lot of people's books, including mine. But yeah, let's just sit back, relax, do a little bit of a nosing and tasting, challenge the taste buds and see what we can come up with. And in the end, we need to answer the question, is paying that extra money for a whiskey really needed? So I'm going to start off, no idea what it is. If I look at the color, there's a little bit of a difference in color to it. So that might give a little bit away. I'm not a professional nosing and tasting expert, not really an expert in this blind tasting thing, but I'm just going to take my right hand, start with this one. It has got a lovely golden color. Yeah, my new glasses as well. My wife bought me some nosing glasses. Some quite lovely little stemmed glasses that we bought at the Brokante here in Brussels. And I'm quite looking forward to using them in the future as well. So on the nose, definitely sherry. It's got a lovely sweetness to it. It almost feels like there's a little bit of a smoke in it, but I'm not so sure. That raisins is definitely there. I don't think it is big on the ABV. I can make a little bit of an agitation and stick my nose in it. Oh, but it is lovely. I can sit here and just nose it all night. I do love a good sherry cask whiskey. The other one, again, lovely color to it. Well, not sure if it's going to be natural color or not. Nowadays, that information seems to be aliens talking when it comes to the distilleries. They don't want to give us that information. Crazy, stupid. Well, if they don't give it, of course, we would never know and we can only assume. But on the nose, wow, there's definitely a similarity. Of course, that's sherry. It is lovely, sweet. I get that little Christmas cake feeling from it. There's a hint of a chocolate maybe, that I did not get on this one. This one seems a little bit lighter. A little bit more friendlier, I think. It's a little bit more toned down for me than this one. This one feels a little bit more on the richer side. Wow, it is quite an interesting one. Both of them have a little bit of that Christmas cake in a glass. Both of them have quite a lot of vanilla in it. This one is a little bit, it feels a little fizzy on the nose for me. And I do like that. This one, oh my word, they are both really nice. A lot of similarities. And I think this is going to be quite an interesting on the taste. So I'm going to start again with this one. A little oakiness. That sweetness is lovely. That Christmas cakey note, the raisins, the figs. There's a little bit of a prune note. It's a little bit of a dried apricot or dried peach. A little hint of an apple. A little bit of a vanilla note. Just one more try. Not oily, a little bit on the dry side. But wow, this is nice. It's going to be quite difficult. This one, I do like this one quite a lot. This one, maybe just need to clean the palate a little bit. Give it a second or two. I don't really want to confuse the palate with all these lovely flavors. On this one, it's a little bit more oakiness to it. A little bit more of a tannin coming through. A little bit of a bitter note. I think this is a little bit higher, or maybe somewhat higher than the previous one. Very dry mouthfeel to it. There's no viscosity, there's no oiliness. It just sucked the moisture out of my mouth. And it left me with a sweetness, a little Christmas cake. That raisins is there, but it feels a little bit darker. A little bit sweeter for me, but my whole mouth went completely dry, which is a strange one for me. And I do like both of them. And that is where the problem starts. If you think one of them is, well, €26, 25, €26, maybe a little bit more, and the other one is €125, €126. It's a huge bloody difference. And sometimes your budget is just crazy to pick a whiskey and pay so much for it. And well, I don't know the age of them. I think this one on my left feels much older, smells much older, but I'm not convinced if that extra oakiness is for me. They are really lovely, but I prefer something that does not have a lot of oak in it. And unfortunately, some whiskies that do have an age statement. Once you get to 15, 18, 20, 21 years old, some of them, due to, I think, bad cost management, well, maybe somebody do like oaky whiskies. I'm not one of those. Last try. Oh, this one is lovely. That oak level is perfect. It's not bitter. There's no offensiveness. It's lively, light, friendly, sweet. That sherry really stands out in it. I do like it compared to this one. Oh man, it's very difficult. But again, as soon as I put this one in my mouth, it just sucked all the moisture out, and my whole tongue is dry as can be. So for me, I need to make a decision. The one is 125, one is about 25, 26 euros. So I need to understand what was it. Which one is the perfect one for me? And well, maybe I should pick first, and then I will look at my dots and to see what it's going to be about. This one is the purple one. Maybe you can see on the stem. Oh, a little difficult. The purple one. I think I do like the purple one a little bit more, and it's just because of that oak. The purple one. Now let's see. On the purple one. Okay, I need to find a bottle. Okay, here's the one with the mark on, and this one. So I can reveal the one that I did not pick was a sample bottle. So well done for the selection. And this is the sample bottle with a little bit of the pink connected to this pink. What was it? Abelauer, oh my dear, Abelauer, 18-year-old double sherry cask bottle at 43% ABV. Wow, quite interesting. So, and the other one, you're going to be a little bit shocked. It is only bottled at 40%, so I did pick up 3%, so I'm quite proud of myself noticing 3%, but I think it could also be because of the age, 18-year-old, and well, the shock. Tamnavulin single malt Scotch whiskey from Speyside region. It is American oak and ex-sherry cask, 40% ABV. Well, I'm a little bit shocked myself. So sometimes, you know what, that high prices might not in the end be so much better. So that on that little bombshell, I picked a Tamnavulin above a Abelauer 18-year-old. Who knew? Now I would like to get some feedback from you. Have you ever tried a blind test, taking something that's a little bit expensive, compare it to something that's, well, relatively cheap anyway, and to only find out that you do like the cheaper option a little bit more. So love to give some feedback. And of course, as usual, please remember to like, share and subscribe. And I see you next time. Cheers.